Hey guys, Marvin and Kid here, back again. Welcome back to the Speed Force. As always, apologize for not doing this. The usual. You usually see me in front of a screen with the flash, but today I'm just doing this for today. Today's episode, which we get to see kind of more of the Snart family, which was pretty fun to watch. This episode was really about putting more of the characteristics of one of my favorite characters of the Rogues, one of my favorite Flash villains slash tweeners, if y'all want to call it that, Captain Cold. I love Captain Cold. I always have. They put more of a characteristics to the character, showcasing more of his morals. And in this episode, it's really about how far are you willing to go to protect your family. And in this episode, we get to see that. We are introduced to Leonard Snart's father, Louis Snart, in this episode, and his played by legendary Michael Ironside, the voice of Darkseid, the voice of Sam Fisher. Voiced Sam Fisher a couple of times, but an all-around cool guy. But also, he's known for his very straight edge, hardcore roles that he's done. But in this, we get to see he's playing the father that Snart does not like, and we see that he is also not a good father. He is a bad father. But pretty much, Caitlin actually, I love what Caitlin said. It's your whole family are criminals, and it's true. But we get to see in this episode pretty much the facts of Golden Glider. Basically, Captain Cold's sister comes to the team and tell them that my brother's in trouble and he needs your help. Barry goes out. Snart don't need his help. Freezes him. But we get to see something new that Cisco added to the Embryo, just in case it ever happened again. And good thinking, Cisco. I like that. He pretty much used the Embryo actually is also now a heat. It can channel heat and heat Barry up if case Captain Cold ever freezes him again. So it is pretty much a game of trying to figure out what is going on, especially throughout this whole episode. And when they do get to figure out what's going on, then it's time to operate and try to figure out how to, in a sense, get Snart not to comply with his father. And it does show you just how wicked Louis Snart is, because he put literally a bomb on his daughter just so Snart, Captain Cold, would comply to all the heists that they were doing. Now, besides that, we saw from the last episode, we're seeing more indication of Iris's mother trying to want to re-enter back into her life, and Joe is not having that at all. He's even giving her money, like, you got 48 hours to leave Central City, and she's not going anywhere. Barry gives Joe some advice, some good advice. Gotta tell her. And it's a really touching scene to see Joe tell his daughter that your mother is a drug addict. She was a drug addict, and she nearly died. She nearly OD'd. But I didn't want the memory of that for you, so I came up with a different memory for you. And Barry was right. Iris is a grown woman, and she took it, instead of saying, I hate you, Dad, and you know, it's your fault. Why didn't you tell me sooner? No, she understood and literally said, literally said, you were just trying to protect me. But it was a really good scene. This whole episode was really about a very emotional scene, but it was also about family in a sense. It really was, and pretty much the team does help Glider get the bomb out of her, and Snart does something in this that he's not, he kind of figured he might have done, and yeah, as you all know, yeah, he killed his father. He killed him. So we're not gonna see my guy side ever again. But yeah, he does gain, and he says it. Barry even says, he deserved to die. No, Snart even said it when he was in prison. He deserved to die. And Barry and Snart have this kind of good conversation, which I enjoyed too. Of like them saying, like, Barry's like, I know your secret. You'll do anything to protect your family, things like that. And there's some good in you, and it's only about a matter of time before it starts edging its way up and pokes out, and says, I want to do, not saying that, he'll do good, but it's just, he's got a moral code, and that's pretty much always been with Captain Cold. He's always had that code of, nobody really needs to get hurt, but, and I like that. But we also get to see that Jay has been working on a means of getting back home to Earth too, and him and Caitlin actually built like this like wall to open up the breach so Jay can go back. But unfortunately, Jay doesn't go back yet. He still has to deal with Zoom, and I think they seem to really be setting something up with Caitlin and Jay, and I'm not too big on that because it's really too fast. She still ain't over Ronnie's supposed death. So, and then speaking of Firestorm, we're still going on with Professor Stein, and he passed out again. But this time, before he passed out, he went Firestorm, and then he basically went Firehawk because he turned Blue Flame, and I'm like, okay, that was Firehawk. I was like, is that a Firehawk reference? Cisco once again gets another kiss from Guider, which is, I think she does consider Cisco a friend. Like, hey. And then the ending comes, and another breacher, and I ain't spoiling who that was. But other than that, this was a solid episode once again. Next episode, we get to see the new kind of co-host for Firestorm. But this episode was really more about family. It really was, no doubt about it. The episode should have been called something else, like Family Ties or something like that. Family Matters, or I don't know. But it was a good episode nonetheless. This show is still hitting on all cylinders, and for me, in terms of like, I can't wait to see Dr. Light. She's coming soon, and thank you. She's not going to be a villain, but I'm looking forward to seeing that. But until next time, guys, as always, this is Mount Vernon Kid. Peace, love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. I'll see you guys next time when we enter the Speed Force once again. Take care.